Hey there, Matt with Everyday MTB, back again for another video, and I've got something kind of exciting personally for me today, in that I am going to be unboxing my newest personal bike. So I have been riding a Kona Process 153 Gen 3, I believe it is. It's the 2019 model for the last few years here. And I have decided that I am going to hand that bike down to my son, and I am going to be riding a new bike. So this video is going to be all about unboxing that new bike, and this is a brand that has just switched recently to consumer direct model. So we're going to be looking at how they ship their bikes out for consumer direct deliveries. And the brand should be familiar to pretty much everyone. Yes, I bought a bike from the Big S. We have here a new Specialized bike purchased consumer direct. So let's get into it and take a look. All right, so here is what we get in a Specialized consumer direct box. There is a small parts box that we're going to dig into in a second. And the back wheel is tucked in there. Handlebars are tucked in there. And the outer box just pulls off the top of here, and you're left with this arrangement of the bike. All right, so here is the small parts box that kind of appears at the top. It says do not discard. So let's take a look at what we get in here. We've got an assembly guide. Tells you how to do things. Looks pretty standard. And then we have a torque wrench here that looks like has some bits in it for all of our standard things we're going to need to assemble. Pretty standard fare. These are pretty much included with most consumer direct higher end bikes at this point. And then let's see what else we've got. We've got a digital shock pump. That's rather nice. So threw in a digital shock pump for us. And we've got some somethings here. I'm not recognizing what these are right off, but there's something. And let's see here. All of the bits and bobs from the components. Some cheapo pedals. Brake stoppers. And then importantly, we actually do get a tubeless kit. So that's pretty handy. You get the valve stems here actually for doing a tubeless setup on this bike out of the box. You don't have to buy separate valves, which is pretty nice. And then down here at the bottom, we've got all the rest of the manuals. And they actually throw in some grease too. That's something I don't think I have seen with a consumer direct bike before. So that's pretty cool. All right, so getting back to the bike. The handlebars are actually fully free floating in the box here, as you can see. So we'll just pull out these tabs to free those up. All of the brakes and everything you can see here are down below in little slots. We'll get this wheel freed up here, and then we'll start working on the brake levers, and the shifter and dropper post levers are actually already attached because Specialized is using the Matchmaker system. So everything's already integrated for us there. Here we've got the bare bars attached now. And then the next thing we'll do is just attach everything on. You actually don't have to remove the grips because of the nicer SRAM levers that have the clamps that can be fully opened. The only issue I found as far as the initial setup went is that the NX drivetrain does fall off the biggest gear when backpedaling. One nice thing that Specialized also includes is a set of extra frame protectors. Okay, so in about 10 minutes, 5 minutes, I have this bike built up and pretty much ready to ride. I didn't mount the pedals on it. I'm not going to be mounting the factory provided pedals. I'll be putting some of my own on there. And actually I'm going to be making some other changes as well, most likely. I'm actually probably not going to ride the bike in this configuration. I could of course tear off things like the reflectors here and stuff like that. That would add a little bit of time. But honestly, this was one of the most simple assemblies that I have come across. It was really drop dead simple. So kudos to Specialized on that. Great packaging. They also, I'll just note, they threw in a bottle cage with a built-in multi-tool on it, which is something that I would not expect to see on many other consumer direct bikes. So kudos to Specialized, really did a bang up job on the packaging and on the build. Super easy, couldn't really ask for any better. And now we just have to see how it rides. So thanks for watching today, this little build. Like I said, I'm gonna be doing some mods to this bike before I take it out on the trail. I'll actually probably be selling some of the parts off of this bike as new takeoff. I paid for this bike with my own money, and so we're gonna be making the best of it. And I will follow up this video probably in this article with a follow-up on the modifications I've made and a ride review. All right, thanks a lot.